So one of the things about Surface is just simply as a basic technology is the tenets of surface computing and the category that we're launching. So when you think about surface computing versus other interfaces and devices, what makes it different? There are four different things. One is the fact that we use natural gestures, so this is just like the real world, and the fact that we can not only use natural gestures, but the fact that it's not only single touch, but multi-touch. That's the second factor. And as a result, because it's multi-touch, it can be multi-user. So one person's here, another person's there, if anyone wants to put their finger down and paint something, please go right ahead. If not, I'll just keep painting. Thank you. So you're painting over there, I'm painting over there. It's multi-user, it makes it very social and engaging. And then finally, the fact that it can recognize objects. So today, we look at object recognition in a bunch of different ways. So one is a very simple object, right? So, Right. So just the fact that this is just a simple brush that we bought at Home Depot for $2, not a very fancy kind of technology at all, but it takes things from the real world and it kind of magically wakes them up. That's one way that we think about object recognition. The second way we think about it is with tagged objects or objects that have things like RFID or NFC. So if you imagine like a Suica card or an Eddy card going down to the surface and you have a kind of associated reaction here, and then if I take this object, it may have a different reaction. So that's sort of the test drive of Surface, just seeing the simple paint application. Multi-user, multi-touch, large display, natural gestures, and object recognition are what define the category and make it different from other and now we can kind of put that into context. So if we think about today, so everyone's taking pictures at CES, and there's no shortage of digital camera technologies today. One of the challenges that consumers tell us, and that leisure and entertainment partners tell us about cameras is about the fact that once we've taken photos, how do we really share and enjoy those photos? Surface makes that really easy to do, and you can do it in a couple of different ways. One is if I already have content that's sitting out there in a connected service in the cloud, I can authenticate with a loyalty card. Again, you can think about this as like a Suite card, Octopus card, whatever. And I can start to look at my content. And I can really be very efficient with how I start to enjoy it. Maybe I want to look at pictures with only people here, and I want to put all the photos that don't have people there. All of a sudden, it's not only fun, but it's very efficient. And I can do some other things too. I can get into video. And because it's a natural display and it has natural gestures and multi-touch, I can make that video quite large. I can reduce down the side. It's a very, very flexible platform that allows for all kinds of services and content experiences. As you can see, no mouse, no keyboard, just very simple, very elegant, and very easy to use. Another scenario that we always get hung up on is, I'm taking photos, now what do I do? So all of you have cameras out there, you're going to get home from the CES show and you've got a lot of content. How do you get that content off of the camera and onto a device that's going to allow you to edit that and export it and to share it? So here, it's still early in the day, everyone's smiling. Oh, very happy. You guys are much happier than this. And once we've captured that image, we put that camera down, Surface recognizes the camera, and here we go. We've got that.
Does it have to be a camera that's specially designed that'll recognize it?
Today in this demo, this camera has a tag on it, so it's recognized. But one of the things that we see out there on the floor is that cameras are becoming more networked. And at the end of the day, this is a network computer that has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So the fact that it can make a handshake and transfer that image over is over time going to be something that's going to be expensive. And we can look and allow this map to work for us. Very natural, intuitive way. Take a deeper dive and explore different places to go. And then when I've decided that these are the places that I want to make a reservation, I can simply drag them over my card. The points value goes down, but I have that reservation in hand. So it's the ability of transferring points into loyalty, into value overall. So it's very important. And when we think about Surface, we automatically think about it as connected to services. It's something that's very, very important, not only for us, but also for our strategic partners. And then segueing into the wine demo that everyone seems to be having. So now imagine that we're in one of those restaurants, and we're at the wine bar of one. We're at the wine bar of one of those restaurants. Now, ordering wine can be very intimidating. It's a new hot trend right now, and there's a lot of information out there about what wine to order. So we want to kind of take the mystery out of ordering wine and make it much more simple. What we can do is start to focus in on things that are relevant for us here as we're sitting at the wine bar. So help me out here, group. White, red, or champagne? Red. Red's still winning. Red's 4-0 this morning. That's amazing. And we can look at different variables like acidity, body, depth, make it a little deeper or not so deep, and then we can start to rotate through and figure out what wine we want to buy. And then because it's connected to the back service of the restaurant that we're working with, we were able to order that wine. And we can do the same thing at another part of the table so that we can make it very social and see that we're together. So now we're going to go through, keep it on the red side, focus on acidity, pick another wine, order it, and now we're able to explore these wines together on the surface. These wine glasses are recognized by surface as part of object recognition, and we can start to do things like say, I really like this wine, turn it up and make it bright. Maybe I don't like this wine so much, dim it down a little bit. We can look at, if we decide that we really like this wine, we can do things like we can mail it to our friends if we're really into it, kind of make it part of a social networking service. We can look at things like what food does it pair with, the region that it comes from. And again, using that same mapping technology that we saw in the Paris example, we can explore wines from different parts of the world.
They ring you up. POS.
We can look at the winery, take a look at the promotional videos. So as an advertising platform, one of the things that we're very excited about is the fact that this is connecting the service dimension. So one of the things that we think about is customization. Let's say that we are in a commercial environment, we're in a sporting goods store, and we want to buy a snowboard. So this card is associated with a snowboard form factor that I kind of like and I'm into. I will put that card down, and I get the board. So this board is pretty cool looking. I know that it's really well made, but I want to kind of spice it up a little bit and make it my own. How can I do that? A couple different ways. So one of the things that we want to do is maybe start off with a little inspiration. So we have a bunch of different background designs. I'm not the most artistic person in the world. I kind of need a little help with this. So I'm going to put that there, and now all of a sudden I've got the free wide 158 design here. But that's on one side of it, which looks pretty cool. But I might want to kind of make this side a little bit more personalized, more customized. And this is something that's great for retail. So we can do other things as well, like decals. So I can take this decal, kind of spice up the color of it. Hopefully it'll come back for me. Or I can take this decal, spice up the color. There it is. Oh, I got it now. I turned it kind of black. Peel it over there. This one here, jazz it up a little, and then pull it over to the board. Do one more. Make that really big. Draw it across, make it sort of funky. And then if I want to really personalize it, I can let the graffiti artist in me run amok. Put that down there. Drag it over. And now I've gone from a board that's built for everyone to a board that's built for one person particularly. Big trend in retailing. You'll see that a lot if you sort of search for what's going on that's hot in retailing right now, you'll see this. Now that I have this board and I like it, I decide that I want to kind of finish it up for today. And I'm going to, of course, it's sort of bad to go snowboarding without binding, so I'll do that. You can see they're on the right side of the board. And if I decide that I'm not quite ready to buy it today, no problem. I can take a connected device that's with me all the time, put it down on Surface, and then if I want to save this design either to a connected live service, or if I wanted to save it locally on the phone, I can do that. I get saved. I take this with me. If I come back a day later, a week later, whenever, simply put that same phone down, and my board is ready to go. So customization, very easy, very intuitive. That's something that our commercial partners are very excited about. That's why we're excited to be working in the commercial space to start off.